It is Tuesday the 23rd of May 2017. It is a winning day today, $107.71. Had a cracking trade on 6B and then two losers, one on gold and one on YM. And we'll get into that in a second. So first of all, here's the equity chart as it stands now, minus the last loss, which was on YM. So we're currently about here somewhere, just under this high by a few dollars. We were up here. If I had managed the last trade properly, we would be here, $1,020. But that is the outcome today, and we'll talk about that in a second. So finally breached this stubborn sort of swing high via like a cup and handle pattern on my equity curve, so that's a good thing, and we'll see what happens. Probably pull back a bit, mess around, and then hopefully go to new highs. And also I'm also doing a a la Don Miller, doing a spreadsheet, a performance scorecard, just to help myself zone in to what I need to improve on and what I'm doing well, and I'll go through that in a second as well. So the charts, 6A, this was the big miss of the day, and this is because I had my eye on gold. Could have shorted here at 509, and the bigger target was 81, and the shorter term target, which I imagine would have been the one I would have gone for, is 92. So I would have made it from 9 to 92, which is 17 for your 5 pips of risk, or 3.4 R on that trade. So that's what was missing there, about $170 there. And I didn't pull the trigger on that one in lieu of gold short here. You can see it did actually work out, but the entry wasn't good. And so, and this is an experimental market. Maybe I'll leave it alone now. I am up on gold over the course of the last 2 days, but probably should watch it and not trade it. So that may be in the cards. And that's the reason why I didn't pull the trigger on 6A. 6C, there was a half opportunity here, but I was too busy doing other things, and that would have been a short at 422.5. I was busy managing, I think I was managing another trade during 540, let's see. No, I was actually, I wasn't at the charts here, so that's why I didn't get 422.5 short, and I don't know what the target would have been, but needless to say, it would have been a large enough risk to reward. And then penultimately, 6B, cracking trade there. I don't know what that was about, but I was looking for this for the last few days, last sort of 3 trading days since last Friday. A move off of the decade number back to some sort of bigger risk to reward trade, and that I managed to get that. All kinds of reasons which I won't go into, but there was a trigger here. I left it on, went away, filled me here, and then I got back about here and then glanced over as I was at my PC and seeing that it was here. My target was at 30.44, so 44, and I got in at 29.83. That would have been a 6.1 R target, but I got out for 3.5 simply because it popped, and I just thought, well, if this is news and this comes crashing back down, I really don't want to give back what was in paper profits as much as 4.9 R, so I managed 3.5. Then it nearly went to my target. Of course, if I was away, this would have got to within a tick and come all the way back and stop me out eventually at 73 here. But I managed that trade well, I feel. And then the last trade, YM, was a horrible trade. As you can see, it's still playing out now. It's gone back to highs. This was a terrible, terrible management of this trade. Entry was fine, 15, and I got the 30-minute cue after 9 o'clock that this might not be going anywhere, and then a 5-minute confirmation at 9:33, and I failed to exit here for 1.8 R because I wanted to make headway past $1,000 on the account. And of course, when that happens, when you start to get emotional about a number, it becomes resistance if you're long, or support if you're short. In the case of an equity curve, it becomes resistance. And so what would have been $1,030 on the account, I'm now at about 890 2 months in. And yeah, and as you can see, it's now going back up, and I don't expect it will follow through, but that's not the point. I should have been out here for 1.8, but I kept my mind firmly on the 3.9 R target, which was 54, I believe. Yeah, 54 was the target. Got 241, and then I was inflexible, and I wouldn't get out for the 1.8 R trade because it was just too small, and for all the reasons that I mentioned regarding the equity curve. So that's that. So a sobering end to what could have been a cracking day, lots of opportunity, and some not taken and some poorly managed, and then some managed okay. So that being said, I've got the scorecard, and this is an adjusted scorecard based on Don Miller's download, which you can find at his blog, and I've changed it for my own sort of weak spots or things that I want to check. So I've got preparation and state of mind, ability to monitor the market, and we've got a key down here: strong, moderate, moderately positive, modestly negative, poor, atrocious. Got ability to monitor the market, and I've got my definition of that to make sure I'm marking it up the same way each time. Focus and energy, you can just pause the video if you're interested in reading my definition of these. Ability to monitor the market, focus and energy level, sleep, trade desire, pattern conviction, confidence. And then performance-wise, I've got trade management, perceived opportunity, and matched opportunity, matched aggression. These are the two I'm really watching. The opportunity I perceive, and then whether I'm acting in line with that perceived opportunity, because I'd say that's my biggest weak spot. Then push when winning, entries, exits, patience, adjusting to changing expectations, which today was pretty terrible, and avoiding trouble, no regrets on the day, emotional control, and then personal Achilles heel traps. I will add these in as I see some stuff come up that I feel need more attention. So I'm going to pause the video for now, fill these out, and then end the video with this scorecard. So here it is. You can see one atrocious here for no regrets, because I do have quite a few regrets today in terms of how I managed the winners and missed trades and so on, which we've covered in this update. So if you just go down here, you'll see the key here. Maybe if I open it like this, maybe it would be better on if this key were over here. I'll probably move that. So ability to monitor the market was not bad today. Pretty good focus, sleep, trade desire, excellent pattern conviction, and pretty good confidence today. My trade management was poor because of the poor exits in terms of the 6B trade. I don't know if the 6B trade, I probably could have got more out of it if I'd been a little bit more patient. Even if I've said my patience is excellent today, but I'm not sure about the 6B trade, but definitely the YM trade was a mistake, and a pretty big one at that, which made a difference of about 3.5 R today. No, 1.8 minus 1, 2.8 R in terms of error today. So that's why exits get poor, trade management gets a poor. Perceived opportunity was pretty good. My matched aggression was slightly out of sync. I could have pushed a little harder with 6A. I did push when I was winning after 6B and then got into YM, and I was spot on with my entries as well. But when I'm pushing, when I'm winning, that tends to affect other things such as the emotional control, because I'm pushing beyond my own capacity, and that's what happened today. I mismanaged YM because I went beyond what I was prepared to do. What else haven't we covered? Patience, yeah, excellent. Adjusting to changing expectations on that YM trade was modestly negative. Avoiding trouble, I'm very good at avoiding trouble because I tend not to be overly aggressive. As I said, no regrets is atrocious, because although the result is positive, I could have hit target, my $300 target, on numerous occasions today, or in numerous ways, and I only got a third of that. And so that's that. I'll continue to fill this out, and then give myself a score at the end of the week based on a numerical score. So I'll label these 1 to 6, do the total, divide by 5, and then give the color that's closest to the number that we get, and see how I go as I build up stats on this sort of thing. So that's it. This video is going to go on YouTube, and it's also going to go into my records, and that's it for now.